What's up guys and girls of the internet, thank you so much for watching my channel. My name is Kaz. In this video I'm going to be unboxing, reviewing, and also giving you an overview of the Evolve Box TV Online Plus Edition, and I'm also going to tell you how you can get a discount with this item. Stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Coswell Channel. My time to shine, John Rednick.
As you can see guys, this box is very well packaged. The box itself is very hard and it's very small. Surprisingly, this box was smaller than I ever thought it was going to be. I thought it's going to be much bigger than this is, and it has to be the smallest box that I've ever seen for an Android TV box. It has a thin layer of plastic around it, and at the back you can see there's one AC adapter slot, there is one micro SD card slot, and it also has an eject pin slot, and it also has an AV slot that can be used to restore, one HDMI, two 2.0 USBs, and it also has one Ethernet slot that's silver plated. You can see right there the thin plastic around the rim can be removed. I'm going to leave it for now. At the bottom of the device you see that there's vents, so all the vents for the device are underneath. It has 4 boots, one on each corner underneath the device, and it has 2 areas to be mounted onto the wall. You can see right there. It comes with a really long HDMI, I think that's about 6 feet. And it comes with one power connection, which is pretty much standard with all devices. Comes with 2 AAA batteries that it uses. This remote is filled with so much functionality. It has so much to do with this box, and I was very disturbed the fact that this remote was much bigger than the box. It's huge and the box is so small. I guess it has so much functionalities in it. As you can see, that is where the AAA batteries go. Okay guys, so I finally got this Evolve box, the TV Online Plus version, set up, and this is how it looks on the inside. Now it may vary in the future if you get this box later on, and if you want to get this box at a discounted price at $94, definitely communicate with Pete at evolve.tv. I'm going to leave that email in this video wherever you see it. If you see it on my website kazwall.com, or my YouTube, simply Kaz or Kaz Wallace, you can definitely just look in the text below this video or the description and look for his email and communicate with him for a discounted price at $94. Now the original price of this box is at $29.99, and then you'll have to pay for shipping, but for the $94 you could get it free shipping and at a discounted rate. All my supporters. Now this box was very much impressive. It's running the 4.4.2 KitKat operating system for Android, which it is an Android device, but it looks so different, and that's the thing that threw me off. It looks so different. And the reason for that is because it's running the Nova middleware. It also has integrated into it a Stalker middleware or TV Online app. And that is if you have an IPTV service like Streamcatcher, which that I list as the best IPTV service right now. And if you want to get that service, you can go on my website kazwall.com, go to deals and discount section on the main menu, and go to the Streamcatcher video that I did, and it will direct you straight to the Facebook group in that description. And once you communicate with one of the admins in this Facebook group, you'll be able to get it. I was very impressed with the fact that this box ran Streamcatcher flawlessly. And before we get into all of that, I just want to show you like the menus and stuff like that. It was a bit of a learning curve because it was new to me with the Nova middleware, but I can say that the middleware definitely makes this box pop. Alright, the reason why it makes this box pop is because the box is only at 1 GB of RAM DDR3, and it also has 4 GB of flash storage. Now the real thing when it comes to speed would be between the DDR3 1 GB of RAM and the CPU or the processor. And the processor is an Amlogic S805 quad-core Cortex 1.5 GHz A5. Now those specs aren't really that impressive. They are near darn normal. But the reason why this box really pops is because the middleware makes this box run flawlessly. All right. So once you get it started up, you'll see that it has a browser, it has a live TV section, it has a video on demand section, and these two sections, the live TV and video on demand section, will be integrated with the IPTV service that you have paid for. So I have a Streamcatcher IPTV service that I have integrated with it right now. I'll show you how to hook it up. It's literally dead easy to hook up. Now in the app section, it will be completely empty right now. I have Kodi in it, as you can see right there. And then you have the market section, and then you have the settings section, local media section, radio section, and add and remove. Now, with the My App section, any application that you download onto this box, you will have in this section, and this is one of the drawbacks about Evolve technology or Evolve boxes right now. The drawback I have with this section is that when I try to connect my USB, because you also can connect the USB and micro SDs, which is a plus. I like that feature because you have a lot of boxes out there that use the regular SD, but you can't use the USB like a flash drive and hook it up and then use that feature to maybe install Kodi or some type of APK or something like that. Now this is an Android device, but the fact that I can't install an APK from my flash drive because I tried to install Kodi that way, it didn't allow me, and that was a bit of a drawback. I think that was so distasteful. However, if you go inside the marketplace, and they have their own marketplace like Google App Store, and they don't have a Google App Store, by the way, so you do lose a lot of functionality when it comes to the Android aspect of it. It gives you the Android feel, but you lose a lot of the Android aspect of it. However, you do gain a lot of functionality when it comes to your TV, when it comes to your speed, when it comes to the quality you are watching your television in. If you go inside their marketplace that they provide right there on the home screen, on the middleware, you can see that they have a bunch of applications like YouTube. You have all these different things. You have one channel, Ice Films. These are some applications that you can also access in Kodi and watch free movies and stuff like that. You wouldn't have to actually download Kodi to watch free movies. However, they do have Kodi available for you in the marketplace, and they have the current version right now, the Kodi 16.0, which is the current stable version. It's apparent that they are going to be providing the most current stable version of the Kodi out at that particular time. So if you buy this box 6 months from now, a year from now, you're gonna have that version of Kodi. Now, the drawback what I have with that is because I was unable to download the version of Kodi that I wanted to download on the box, that's kind of a drawback. Suppose the company doesn't exist in 2 years. Suppose they fall out with each other. Suppose they're not interested in continuing the service. What does that mean? Does that mean that I'm stuck with that whatever version that they stop producing or putting out for that particular device? What does that mean? Like, that's such a drawback. You know, I want to be able to download APKs onto my box as I please. I do like the convenience that you have Kodi readily available for me, and it was installed easily for me, but I hate the fact that I cannot download an APK that I wish that's not inside the marketplace available. And the all section has 20 applications altogether, but if you find it hard to go into the applications and you don't know what applications do which, you can go to the little menu to the right, and you can access where there's a stream, video application, music application, sports application, adult application, others, and game. All right, it does have an emulator in it. I'm not sure what it emulates, but it does have an emulator in it. And then in the settings area, this is where you would be accessing your IPTV service, because you won't be just going into your live TV section and think it's going to work. Like I said earlier, you would have to pay for a service, and Streamcatcher right now is the best on the market right now. And if you want to communicate with that, you can just go on my website, caswall.com, go on deals and discounts, and look for Streamcatcher video where I reviewed it. And you can also just communicate with the Facebook group at Streamcatcher IPTV, and you should be able to get it from there. Now, in the service settings, you would see that I have Streamcatcher right here. Now, I can't show you my MAC address. The reason why you wouldn't want people to see a MAC address, because each device that Evolve sends you has a particular MAC address, and with that MAC address you would have to talk with one of the admins at Streamcatcher, give them your MAC address, and when you give them your MAC address, they will then in turn activate your MAC address, and they'll give you URL that you will have to place inside your server URL. And you can name your server. I name my server Streamcatcher because that's the service that I'm getting. You can have multiple servers or multiple services. So if I have Streamcatcher, if I have Stalker, if I have many different services available, I can access all of those services, not at the same time, but I can just like cycle through them if I want to. I don't always have to continuously use one service. One service isn't locked into the box itself forever. Now, right here, like I'm just giving you an example. So you would name your service whatever you want. I name mine Streamcatcher, and you put in the URL with one of the admins from Streamcatcher gives you, or if you want to use a Stalker client that's not Streamcatcher, you can also do that. No problem. Once you get the URL and the credentials, no problem. And once you add it, everything is going to be fine. But I find that Streamcatcher works with this flawlessly. It's an excellent service, and all of my subscribers and supporters get discount with Streamcatcher in any event. So that's an all-around win situation, and you get a discount with Evolve. That's an all-around win situation. It also has like Wi-Fi settings, and it has a language settings, display, Miracast. It has system info. It has Ethernet information, all these different things like a normal Android device, and stuff like that. So you can go inside the Wi-Fi, which is, I think it's important. And I want to show you that it doesn't have 5 gigahertz technology. This is proof. I have a bunch of SSIDs available right now, and a few of my SSIDs, especially my guest networks, are 5.0 gigahertz. Now 5.0 gigahertz, for you guys that don't know, is a technology that's not as common as 2.4 gigahertz that most radios, most remotes, modes, everything pretty much uses 2.4. And it's the slowest network compared to 5.0. Although 2.4 distance is way further than 5.0, you will get a faster internet connection with the 5.0 gigahertz if your Wi-Fi router provides that. But this box doesn't provide that technology, which is kind of a drawback. Now, once I come out of settings and you go to local media will be the section where you can access USB drives, micro SD. Now it does have a very premium section when it comes to that at micro SD. The reason why I say that is because in the cheaper brands of boxes that I've seen, it's so sketchy that if you put your micro SD in too far, it may fall inside of the box with cheaper brands. But this box has a really sturdy micro SD slot. It also has like a little pin area where, like with iPhones and different cell phones like that, where you put a pin in and then the SIM card pops out. Well, that's how this one works as well. It does have that functionality, which I do appreciate in the actual hardware of this device, but we're talking about the software right now. Now, it does have a radio functionality that if you have, like I said, the IPTV services, they normally have a radio functionality, and you can have that integrated right here, which is very good. And then you have this add and remove, where you can add and remove applications that are on your box right now. And you can see that the only application that I have downloaded is the Kodi application. Now I do have a build installed on my Kodi, so I'm just going to show you that right quick. The build that I have right now is the Oxygen H2O. And if you want to know how to install it, you can go on my website, calsworld.com, and type in the search engine on my website, just type in Oxygen or H2O, and you'll see that. But once we go into Kodi, I just want to show you how smooth it is with Kodi. And it's so good. Alright, so we started the Oxygen. It's one of those builds that has a lot of things going on in the background, although you see it's gray right now. So I've just given it a few seconds to see if it's loaded up with all the movies, slideshows and all that. But I want you to take notice of the RSS feed. In slower boxes or smaller boxes, you would oftentimes see that RSS feed running so slowly and glitchy. But I want you to see that RSS feed is running extremely smooth. So I got my box completely started, and I just want you to see how smooth it's running. It doesn't have any stick. It doesn't slow down. It doesn't lag. It snaps to the menu. I just want to show you how it moves. And I'm very impressed with the fact that this box doesn't crash often. And even when it crashes, it doesn't freeze. I haven't had any time when it froze on me as yet. Okay, let me give you an example. If you have a regular Android box and it just froze, you have to exit out of Kodi, go into force refresh and all that. Well, with this box, whenever I had an issue with Kodi and it just froze, it doesn't completely freeze. It would like knock out of Kodi and then it allowed me to come back into it. It doesn't freeze where I can't do anything. It doesn't just lock up on me. If I'm using some type of other application, it doesn't lock up on me. It allows me to come back out of Kodi. Once I go back into Kodi, everything is fine. And it only did that to me, I think, when I first downloaded this build, but after I ran it the first time, it didn't do it to me anymore. I did see it happen when I was running the IPTV service, when it was having like, I don't know, some type of glitch, but it just bounced out and all I had to do was go back into it. It's not a build review, so I just want to show you that I just moving through the actual menu of the build so flawlessly. I just came back out of the Kodi just to show you how it looks, and it does have a very rich feel. So once you have your IPTV service integrated with this box, and this is where it pops. This is where this box really takes off the ground and makes you feel great inside. Now, once we go into the live TV section, I am going to mute this section because I don't want to get any type of copyright strike or anything like that. So we're just going to mute that, all right? Now, the sound is perfectly in the background. There's nothing wrong with the sound, but I just want to show you like how clear the stream is and how much channels you get. And I did review the stream catcher service. You get like 1900 channels and over 2000 like video on demand and stuff like that. So you are going to be able to get a lot of content with Streamcatcher on this box, and different stalker clients, stalker IPTVs that other people provide. So if you don't want to use Streamcatcher, you can use other IPTV services and still get a lot of content available to you. This box is really much interested in bringing you top quality when it comes to being able to have your IPTV service and run so smoothly. This box doesn't stick at all. Like I said, it bounces out every now and again, but it doesn't freeze, and I really do appreciate that, because in some boxes out there you do have this issue with freezing. Now if you go to the all section, I just want to show you like all the sections and stuff like that. But if you go to the all section, you can see that you have all of these streams, and it's so easy to stream from one channel to the next. I can just click that and it'll just take me to another stream, and it's like no issue. You see it right there, and if I click it again, I can just go straight on it, and you see how, oh my goodness, you see how clear it is? That's like better than my actual TV. If I go to my cable provider right now and I don't pay for the HD package, this is better. This is like the HD package, you know, of cable. This is nice, and I can press up and I can go to a different channel. Although that's a bit laggy to go to a different channel, I can go to a different channel just like that. Click and keep on going. Keep on going. And it's like, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. And it has all the major channels like BET, OWN, or Oprah and Free Network. It has the major channels. It has a lot of worldwide channels, a lot of different languages. That's Streamcatcher, that is. And I'm not going to review that service in entirety, but I can give you a little quick understanding of how much content you will be getting with Streamcatcher. But let's go to the lock channels. In the lock channels, they'll give you the password, Streamcatcher, that is. They'll give you the password and how to get these lock channels. Now the factory password would be a 000, and you can access all of these X-rated channels, which would be the lock channels. Now you can lock any channel you want, not for your kids or whatever, or anybody else to access who's using your box. And the easiest way to lock it is, because you see the little colors to the bottom of the screen, that you have red for VOD, you have green for faves, you have yellow for lock. Alright, so that coordinates with the AVOV remote control, the large one that I showed you earlier. Well, it coordinates with that, so that if I press yellow on that particular channel, it's going to lock it. And if I try to go inside of it, it's going to ask me for a password, and I can put the 000s that I told you about, and then I'll be able to access that channel, just like you see right there. And I can also unlock it, but to unlock it, I would have to put the password in as well, and then I could be able to unlock it. And then the green would allow me to put it in my favorites, and red would take me out of the IPTV service altogether and take me into the video on demand section. Alright, and I can see right there in my favorites, right there I can see that is the TV French, right? Now by factory, the adult section is locked, and I can see why. You don't want your kids to be able to access that, but you can unlock them if you don't have any kids and just want to be able to access your, without having to put in a password. You can also go to pay-per-view and access these streams, and you can also access English, Portuguese, sports, Filipino, kids, all these different sections, all these different languages. As you can see right there, maybe you can pause it and see if anything that you saw may be interesting to you. So the remote definitely works great with this box. I mean, they did create the remote for the box, so I can understand that. So if you press X, you see how easy it is just to come out, and I can also go to the video on demand section. And the video on demand section, like I keep on repeatedly say, This really integrates with your IPTV service. The IPTV service just has an additional feature of a video on demand section, but this section isn't that important. The Kodi Media Center, you can watch any movie you want with like different applications and stuff like that, so this is not really that impressive when it comes to just 2400 streams, and you can watch pretty much anything on Kodi. So this isn't a big deal, but it is a convenience if you don't know what you want to watch and you just want to watch something quick, and you can just click it. So that is a convenience, and you can see I'm just scrolling through the menu, and you can also have the search tab. You can also go to the different languages and stuff like that. So it does give you a lot of functionality in that regard. I think that this box is definitely one of the best boxes that I've ever experienced. I think that this box is definitely a great box to have. If you want to have it at a discount, guys, you can communicate with Pete at evolve.tv. Go on evolve.tv.com to look at any of their other boxes. This box is great. It's the TV Online Plus version that I'm running right now. And with that, guys, peace in the Caribbean, peace in the Middle East, and to God be the glory.